Haniya shaikh. Welcome dear viewers. Today I'm going to tell you a new story. The story is about the golden flute man. Now I'll tell you the story. Once upon a time there lived a wealthy and prosperous town named Hamelin. One day the delicious aroma of a cake brought some mice into Hamelin. They caused so much chaos. They ate anything that came in their way. They ate the bed sheets of peoples. They ate the cakes. They ate the fruit. They ate the orangeries. They ate everything in Hamelin. All the people in Hamelin gathered to inform the king. They started complaining about that. The king arranged that whoever drives the mouse out of Hamelin will get a big reward. The next day, a pied piper named Andy came to Hamelin. He went to the king and said, "Oh, your highness, I am going to drive the mouse out of the... in return, I want you to give me 1,000 coins. If you give it to me, then I will drive the mice out of Hamelin." "Okay, I'll give it to you," said the king. "Now I'm going outside to drive the mice out of Hamelin." When the pied piper came out of the palace, he started taking out his flutes and played a melodious song. And when he played the melodious song, all the mice came from the nooks, the corners, the houses, and the bakeries. And they started following Andy. The man crossed the river. The mice also tried to cross the river, but they drowned in it and died. So the mice were driven out of Hamelin. He went to the king. The king was very arrogant and mean, but he did not give Andy his reward. Instead, he gave him 15 coins. And he counted the coins, and then he said, "Your Majesty, but these are only 15. The king said, "Whether you like it or not, I will give it to you. Accept it or leave it." Andy had no choice but to accept it, as he was very poor. And so the very next day, before dawn, he started taking out his flute again. This time, the children followed him. They followed him like they were bound by a spell. They went and went and went until they reached a cave. Andy, one by one, drove all the children inside the cave. And one children was left. He was still bound by his melodious song. He closed the boulder, and when he stopped playing his melodious song, then the children also woke up from their enchantment of the flute. The little kid wandered and wandered around until he got lost. When the parents of those children woke up, they were super shocked to see that their children were missing. They could not find them anywhere. They went to the forest and looked for them. They found the little child who was left. They told him that all the children were missing. The little child said, "I know. I don't know where they went, but I really don't know where I am too." They took him back to the village and gave him to the owner who owned him, his parents. And he told the king that their children were missing. The king searched everywhere with his men, but he could not find them. Soon the king realized his mistake and knew that pied piper Andy did it. So he called Andy from his homeland. He told Andy that he would give him his money if he could find the children. The pied piper quickly made the children follow him again and brought them back to their homeland. They were very grateful. This time, the king kept his promise and gave him the coins. And the pied piper was very happy. He said, "King, now you have learned your lesson. You're so worthy to be a real king now." And soon, after a few days, Andy became a famous pied piper Piper in Hamelin. Many people adored his music, and also the king learned from him that he shouldn't be greedy and arrogant. Sometimes if he became greedy and arrogant, people would surely not like him. And he became a good and kind king, and he was worthy enough to be the greatest king in Hamelin. The end. My dear viewers, the moral of the story is keep your promise. If you break your promise, they can surely teach you a lesson. If you keep your promise, then they can help you in return. If you like my video, like, share,